Nature or nurture? The studies remain inconclusive. Is it fair, therefore, to use a biological response that varies from individual to individual as a basis for legislation? So some people don't think anal sex is right for them. Should that be made illegal for everyone? According to studies, more heterosexuals perform anal sex than homosexuals. As a matter of fact, even oral sex is placed under the Sex Against the Order of Nature Penal Code in Malaysia. These days, refusal to oral sex is grounds for divorce. The whole body is an oral wonderland waiting to be explored, and no law or argument has stopped anyone from using his or her mouth to navigate this sensual terrain. So let's get on with it. Licking the anus, also known as rimming, or scientifically, oral anal sex, is one of the best parts of foreplay. Of course, you don't have to rush to it immediately. All those other cute little rituals like cuddling, kissing, licking, sucking, tying each other up can be done before whispering "Open Sesame" at the cave of Ali's Baba. Spare no magic words in helping him or her to trust you more and open up. Now, for the rimmer, by using the tip of the tongue, gently graze around the ass like a mine detector hovering around unseen bombs. Take your time. Part of the fun of being licked comes from the excitement of not knowing when the next sensation detonates under the skin. Just when he least expects it, the tongue flits briefly somewhere. Boom. Ah. Do it again. Boom. Ah. Yes, that's the sound of him dying from pleasure. Judging from the explosive moans, you may do this for as long as you think there are still mines left in the zone. After a few minutes of this, lips may be used, even teeth. But gently and sparingly, and not on the anus but around it. Don't shock and awe him too much. Don't be a weapon of ass destruction. It took me a while to write. If you get too carried away with the biting, there will be no more bottoms left in the world for you. Step 3. Come here, finger. A married man went for a massage. His masseur concluded the session by giving him a butt massage. He squeezed and kneaded those gluteus maximus till the gluteus maximus felt deader than the language of Latin. And finally, he slipped a finger into the anus while helping the guy to the happiest ending he ever known in his entire life. He was so confused, he went back a few more times, just to confirm he is not gay. But I love my wife, he says. Yet he couldn't bring himself to ask his wife to do the same. Is he gay? Before we answer that, let's take a look at our anatomy. Besides all those wonderful sensitive nerve endings around the anus, men are also lucky to be equipped with a prostate, the organ for semen production found somewhere in the pelvic zone between the penis and the rectum. At some point in your life, men, a doctor would perform a prostate exam on you by inserting his gloved finger up your ass, slipping it past the double sphincter ring, which are the muscles that keep your ass clenched and your shit in, and curl it towards the front of your body, making a come here sign. You would find yourself then with an inexplicable erection all of a sudden, as if you were a teenager all over again. For men, this little organ is the source of the most mind-blowing sensations during anal sex. Sadly, fantastic sensations often lead to feelings of shame and panic. Women having no prostates, unfortunately, may have less reason to enjoy anal sex. So it goes to figure why there are more heterosexuals doing it. Anyway. However, they do have some sensitive nerve endings in the perineal sponge. The perineum is the region between the vagina and the anus. And the perineal sponge is the tissue on the inside between the anus and the vagina. Being near the double sphincters, a finger reaches it more effectively than an erect penis. This is why women tend to have more fun with those who are good with fingers, like musicians or other women. Guys, don't panic just because your doctor turned you on. It doesn't mean you're gay. You're only gay if you decide that from here on, you will only play doctor with guys. And the chap who is addicted to finger up the ass massages from his male masseur, well, maybe he's a little bisexual. It happens. But no matter your orientation or gender identity, anybody is capable of enjoying a good old anal digital sex. If you're a straight man or lesbian, get a chick to finger you. If you're gay or a straight woman, get a dude. If you're a bi, get a chick and a dude to take turns. Make sure nails are trimmed and buffed, and the finger well lubed. Sometimes saliva can work, but that dries fast. Lube helps, takes the shock off new information, and makes it harder for doctors at government hospitals to find scars later. Should you be important enough to betray. Like the tongue earlier, the finger could spend some time teasing the area around the anus before slipping in. And when it does slip in, it should start with one phalanx first. Feel the sphincter. By the way it grips and releases, you can know the person's excitement. You can look into his soul and understand all his fears and hopes for the future. Whether the sphincter is tight like a tyrant clenching on his diminishing power, or loose like the same tyrant's grip on reality, take it easy. Don't provoke a clamp down. Inserting no more than one phalanx for now, move it in and out very slowly. Eventually, you should feel the grip relax a little, and you should be able to sneak a little more of your finger, another phalanx, in till your partner's timorous reflexes tighten again. This is how you should keep going, sneakily, till you get it all in. Listen to the clench. Let his ass talk your finger through this. Keep asking your partner how he or she is feeling. Be reassuring. Before you can coup d'etat your tyrant's throne, you must make friends with his bodyguard and persuade him to open the palace's secret back door wider and wider. When your finger is in all the way, you may want to find his throne, the prostate. If you do a little "come here" sign, bending your fingertip toward the front of his body, you should feel a relatively firm, round, walnut-sized organ just behind the anal membrane. It should enlarge if he's getting more excited. Massage that organ right, and he will never want you to take your finger out ever again. He will realize the joys of surrendering his rule to the right occupier. Diplomatic negotiations is always better than a bloody uprising. You would have helped him discover his body, you would have liberated him, you would have introduced democracy to his ass. This is what we mean by changing the system from within. Thank you. If you want to know the next 3 parts, I give a private tutorial.